Tom joins us on the desk now alongside Pitt head coach Pat Narduzzi. Happy to have both of you here with us. I hope everyone enjoyed their lunch. I think we all agree. Chicken parm, 10 out of 10 here today. And I know you love a good chicken parm, Coach.
How about the tiramisu?
Oh, tiramisu was good. I didn't even get to dessert.
I'll get that.
I'm glad y'all got to eat. I didn't.
All right, so Eddie's going to eat here soon. We were just chatting before, Coach. Year 10 for you at Pitt, which is really exciting. So as you look back and off of last year, you're always evolving, always learning as a head coach. What was your biggest takeaway, your biggest learning lesson from last year?
You know, I think, for our entire team and staff is you just don't line up and think you're just going to go win football games. It takes a lot of work, and you better have your mind all the way into it. And, you never know, hey, why does what happened happen? But, a little bit of inside of me tells me that, we went into that season thinking that, hey, we've won 20 games last 2 years. We're good. We'll just go play. We're good. We're just going to show up and win. That's not going to happen. I would think that's the biggest thing is, to me it's a mentality. This game is half mental. It's half physical. And you better have the mental part of it. And I think right now we've got that mental part. Coach,
10 years is a long time to be anywhere. So the culture is set. I'm just curious how you feel like you've helped change this program.
I think I've changed the program by, the continuity of being here for so long and not just jumping for another head coaching job. I think that's the thing. I mean, Pitt's got a history and tradition of greatness. I mean, all the great players, that have played at Pitt throughout all the years. The tradition was there, but just someone that wanted to come in and stay long-term and build a legacy at Pitt. I think that's, kind of what we've done.
Coach, consistency at quarterback is obviously very important for any team. I know it was important last year. You had to kind of shuffle through a couple guys and figure out who's going to be the best piece. You got Nate Yarnell here with you this week. How has he grown from the spring and now going into summer camp?
He's grown a lot because he's had more reps. And as a quarterback, his first 2 years, he was a scout team guy. Even last year, he was all scout team. He never got to work with the ones or the twos. So this offseason, he's gotten a ton of reps. He's a ball. He loves ball. He's up in the office all day, all night, studying. And, he's done an outstanding job. We're excited to see where he can go with reps. And I've seen him as a defensive guy, scout team quarterback.
Right, sure.
You can see a lot out of your scout team quarterback. One of the best ones I've ever had was Kirk Cousins as a scout team quarterback. And I was like, this dude's going to be a man. And he obviously is a guy right now. And again, you saw that leadership that you need to see out of a quarterback like Nate.
When you decided to make a change offensively in the offseason, what were you looking for philosophically, and what ultimately led you to Cade Bell being the guy?
Yeah, I don't think it came down to philosophy. I almost had to change my philosophy a little bit. I didn't want to be a pro style anymore. I was like, everybody else is spreading it out. Right. And I kind of wanted to be different.
Okay.
I still think we have a difference. I won't get into the difference yet. We'll wait till someone sees it on TV and sees a couple games of. But I think we still have the difference. But we're going to spread it out. And again, Cade Bell was the guy because of obviously what he's done by the numbers, but not just pure numbers. Hey, he's had success. Because I think anybody you're going to hire, you better have shown success at some point in his career. So the success was the one thing, but then just getting to know him as a person. He's a coach's kid. His dad's a great coach, was a great player in the NFL and in college at the University of Florida. So you have a kid that's a ball coach. He's young, and probably the best adjective for Cade Bell is his creativity.
Yeah.
I think he's very, very creative, and I think that's really going to help us.
Well, it's interesting too because with all of the transformative issues with rosters now, and you guys are revered as a developmental program that has developed players over the course of time. You got players going out the door, but you also got players coming in the door, and one of those is Desmond Reed, the running back. And there's some proof in the pudding there with this offense. So when you're trying to get the trust of the locker room, the trust of the rest of the team, you're implementing this new offensive system. Is it important to have a guy that's been around that and been in that system that can kind of carry the flag for the rest of the team as you're making that transition?
Yeah, I think it helps, but I think it's going to come more from the coaches and what they're saying every day.
Okay.
And again, we got Desmond. We also have a kid named C.J. Lee, a receiver that's also from Western. Another kid, Raphael, Poppy Williams, I think another talented receiver. So really 3 guys that had been in that program that know what Coach Bell's all about, but. But it's more about like what because you can have your three amigos with you. But you better have the rest of those guys playing for you as well. And I think it's what Coach Bell and the staff have done to make sure those guys believe in what they're doing and how they're doing it.
Coach, the portal is important, and you got to take advantage of it, right? But I heard you speak about the legacy of a player once he leaves the university, and you brought up Kenny Pickett. Can you talk about that for us a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the portal is the portal. I mean, you can make a lot of mistakes in the portal, too. So, you better minimize your mistakes because you're not going to be, whether it's kid from high school or the portal, it's about making good decisions. But, when you talk about legacies and guys that, play at Pitt, whether it was a Nick Patty or Kenny Pickett that, wanted to come play back another fifth year or could have left. He got offers to leave before he won a championship with us in 2021. So, to me, legacy is everything. And, there was a great player, I won't mention his name, that, played at Pitt, left, and really he's got no legacy anywhere now. And does he come home to Pittsburgh? I don't know. To me, there's something to that. Someday you're going to want to bring your children back to Pittsburgh or back to Florida State or Virginia Tech, wherever it may be, and say, this is my place. This is where I went to school. But, if you can't go back somewhere, where are you going to go?
Yeah, defensively, Coach, who are going to be the guys that you're leaning on to make sure this defense is back to where Pitt's defense is supposed to be at?
Yeah, I think it starts with the offense, right? I love a great offense. It
starts in the offensive line, too.
Right,
and you're in good shape there.
No doubt about it. But it starts with that offense. But I'm excited about our defense. There's going to be a lot of new faces making a lot of plays. Donovan McMillan, who has emerged as a great safety for us. He'll be one of those guys that's obviously here today. P.J. O'Brien in the back end as well with Javante McIntyre. Our safeties in Cruz Brookins. We got 4 really good safeties. I think the whole defense runs with those 4 guys because they're talking to those corners and outside backers every play. But we got a bunch of young guys up front. Whether it be Nick James at D tackle. I mean, I'm excited about our inside guys and our outside guys. A lot of guys you maybe haven't seen a lot of football played at Pitt, but guys that are going to make a lot of plays. I mean, they're fresh, they're hungry, they're new, and not a lot of playing experience. But I'm excited about what the linebackers are going to do. Kyle Lewis is going to be unbelievable. Our middle linebacker Brandon George has been a leader for us for years. He gets a chance to take it over. We got a linebacker from Ohio, Key Thompson. I could go on and on. I'm excited about all the different pieces that we have on defense.
You left spring. You go into summer workouts. Now you're going to head to camp. Coming out of camp, you just referenced some of the youth in the defensive front. Are there some other areas as a staff that you say, we got to solidify some answers at this spot or this spot?
You're talking on defense or offense? Or either
offense, kicking game, whatever.
Well, a year ago, we were young at safety. Mm-hmm. And we were old at corner.
And now it's opposite.
Okay? Now it's complete opposite. Now we're old at safety. We have new corners. Rylan Gandy, you haven't talked enough about since I've been down here, is certainly one of our starting corners.
Okay.
And so he's emerged. Who is going to be that other starting corner? That's one of those ones that we need to know. And we've got plenty of guys in that position. We're going to find out who's going to make plays. But we got a few guys in that position that we're excited about.
Coach, there's a former Pitt Panther who certainly laid a great legacy. He's now retired. And I'm wondering if you maybe get Aaron Donald on the staff at some point, get him out there to talk to some of those defensive linemen.
Or check his eligibility.
Right.
I think he's got one more year.
One more game, right?
Aaron will be in town. Aaron, he's got a nephew that's on the team as well,
nice.
Elliot. But Aaron will be around a lot.
Yeah. Does he spend time with some of your guys at all? And
He'll be in.
Little tricks of the trade?
He'll be in. He's outstanding. I might give him a call on the way out here since you mentioned
Absolutely.
that. It's time to get down and take a peek.
Yes, sir.
Can we zoom in on this ring? That thing is massive,
huge.
Coach.
Admiring the ring. Don't forget it. 2021 ACC champs. Also, your tie bar. I was noticing it, too. It's engraved.
Yeah, it's from my wife and kids. It says Coach Dews.
Nice.
I got to him a long time ago, so I always got my kids with me.
Ode to the girls. We love that.
Yep.
Coach, good luck the rest of the way this season. We're excited to come up there and see you on the road.
We appreciate it. Hail to Pitt.